Do you like puppies and kittens? I like virginity and violence. Tumblr has always been the place for the enterprising philosopher of the internet age to find their people. Warrior male, rabid loving, the Muppet Joker, and now Bethany Rage, known by the URL Hymen Restoration Project. She's just a regular 16-year-old girl from Wisconsin who loves Taylor Swift and fantasizes about restructuring society according to her vision of the one-world Feminarchy, an ideal society in which women are the ruling class, men are stripped of all rights but kept around for breeding purposes. Antics ensue. To add to the intrigue, Bethany's interactions with the Muppet Joker seem to imply that she is a member of the extended Croakerverse. My curiosity led me to the Feminarchy Discord server, where Bethany offered to do an interview. And who would I be to pass that up? So stay tuned for a talk with the woman herself. But first, a word from this video's sponsor. I don't know about you, but I love being in bed. I love being burritoed up on a cold winter morning with my blankets and my cats on my perfectly comfy mattress. My Helix mattress, might I add. This video's sponsor, Helix Sleep, makes premium mattresses suited to your unique needs and shipped conveniently straight to your door. Everyone's different, everyone sleeps differently, which is why Helix has their sleep quiz to match you with your perfect mattress based on your preferences and your body type. If you sleep with a partner, you can take the sleep quiz together to find the mattress that is the perfect compromise for the two of you. I do personally prefer a firmer mattress. Helps with the scoliosis demons in my spine. It's very easy for me to mess up my day if I do not sleep on an optimal surface. So based on my results, Helix matched me with their Twilight Luxe mattress, which is their firmest mattress. I keep touching it. Am I being weird? Is this weird? Helix now offers 20 unique mattresses, including their award-winning Luxe and Ultra Premium Elite collection, the Helix Plus, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, as well as Helix Kids mattresses. You can personalize your mattress even more by adding the Glaciotex cooling cover, which helps keep you cool while you sleep. And if it makes you nervous to buy a mattress that you've never tried out in person, don't worry, because with Helix, you get a 100-night sleep trial. You can sleep on it for 100 nights before you decide if you really love it. There's also a 10-year warranty, flexible payment plans, and financing options. And then, of course, Helix will deliver your mattress to you. Shipping is free within the US. It comes rolled up in a box, and then expands once you free it. I promise you it is very easy to set up, as long as you read the instructions before you do it. Unlike me, when I filmed this B-roll completely wrong 3 years ago. I love my Helix mattress, so if you're in the market for a new bed, I highly recommend checking them out. And now is a great time to do so, because their New Year's final hour sale is still running for a little bit longer. You can visit helixsleep.com/strangeeons or scan the QR code on screen. You will get 20% off your mattress, plus 2 free pillows, just like these beautiful squishy ones right here. Thank you again to Helix for sponsoring this video, and now I return you to said video. Do not interact. Adults over 25/kids under 12. Preference, sorry, but you gotta be a teen to talk to yours truly. Homophobes, transphobes, alcoholics, basically anyone who is or says they're my dad. Metal fans, Taylor is better, later losers. Anti-shippers, enough said. Paw Patrol fans/stans. People who smoke, including weed. Taylor Swift haters, you are the worst fucking people on the fucking planet. I hate you as much as Hitler and my dad. And she is gay, by the way. There isn't anything you can do about it. BTS/K-pop fans. Nothing against y'all, I just don't like boys. People who hate America. It's the land of the free for a fucking reason. Read a book. Pro-shippers, fuck you. Kink freaks, maybe I'm biased, but piss is weird. Pro-life, fuck you. Hands off my uterus. And finally, last but not least, pro-shippers. My pride and power and prejudice comes from the innate divinity of my mental and physical virginity. My flower has yet to form an opening, much like a sealed bottle of Dr. Pepper, and I'm too gay to ever lose my power. If the Bible was more politically correct, I'd compare myself to Samson. Sam daughter, sorry. It's honestly a good thing to be a virgin. Having sex is so stupid. Like, I am not about to go out there and get ruined or pregnant or die. My mom actually told me a story that one of the girls in her grade when she was my age died from sex. It's fucking scary. I'm staying a virgin and you should too. I think I might break my brother's Bluetooth speaker. He will not stop playing Slipknot. I don't care if it's a reasonable volume. You do not play shit in my home. New, now available over the counter, Plan Brie. Reduces chance of pregnancy after unprotected sex. Great on crackers. Contains 8 servings. Sharing this kind of thing is really dangerous. A woman might accidentally get pregnant and go to the store looking for the abortion cheese, and she won't find it because abortion cheese doesn't exist. What is wrong with you misogynist freaks? Abortion cheese is real. I get pregnant all the time just so I can eat some. Fuck are you talking about? Think of all of the women you could be giving birth to. If those babies could vote, Harris would be in office. Fake feminist. If I ever lactate, God forbid, unless I had recently given birth to a woman, I'm going to make it into fertility cheese to counteract the fucking abortion cheese, which will encourage the birth of women rather than the destruction of them. Please don't post like this anymore. This scared me so bad I almost threw up. Who are you? Who the fuck do you think I am? I'm Bethany fucking Rage, you misogynistic dirtbag. There are some real weirdos on this website. Glad to be diagnosed. Normal. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't have a quote-unquote kin type. You have a baby playing pretend issue. Get a real-life nemesis. Get a job. Quit fucking acting like you're fictional. You were born from a hole. Act like it. By the way, you misspelled uterus in your DNI. Uterus. The uterus is my personhood. I hate the smell of men. The way they sweat when they play basketball, the way sweat drips off of them in stinky globlets. It makes me sick to imagine the scent of their sweaty bodies after playing basketball. If pro-shippers and anti-shippers are both in your DNI, then who is allowed to interact? The enlightened, the exalted, the lovers, the women, and me. You perplex me, Bethany. Then grow a fucking brain. Opinions on women's suffrage? I don't think women should suffer. As women, we shall never suffer again under the Feminarchy. I would never be caught dead writing fanfic. I have better things to do than waste time. I'm not a weird ship freak. Can I get a hell yeah for normalcy and being normal online? Doesn't matter if you think your dad is nice. You need to poison him with drain cleaner. And yes, I would stand by this in federal court. Bethany, I don't think you should say these things. Bethany, please. With all due respect, I can't tell if this is satire or not. I totally get having a DNI, but also at this point, you're just eliminating 90% of users from interacting. Also, most of Tumblr is about celebrating fandom, but all of your posts so far seem to be about being angry and starting fights. I don't think this is your intention, but you were kinda off-putting. Fake feminist. My brother D came into my room again. He said he needs to borrow a pencil. I gave him one of my cheap mechanical ones. I'm fairly certain he's smoking weed out of it. The smell permeates his room. It's obnoxious. And just regular noxious. I hope this teenage cretin keels over and dies or transitions into a woman and stops smoking weed. As a trans woman, I'm not sure if it's a smart idea to suggest that men transition. Most men wouldn't be able to handle the divine femininity. If they tried estrogen, most of their heads would just explode from experiencing emotions and morality for the first time in their pitiful lives. If they die from the estrogenous power, then they die. No one ever fucking pays attention to me on or offline. Should I fucking crap on the floor? Would that make my family remember I exist? We need the Feminarchy so that people will actually adore me the way I deserve to be. Fuck. I think it's time I took matters into my own hands. I have left 2 of them on the coffee table. Maybe they'll fucking remember they have a daughter now. Hashtag everybody poops. Wait, I followed you because I agreed with something you said, but like, your blog is genuinely concerning. You took a shit on the table because no one would pay attention to you? Why didn't you, like, start a conversation? My family doesn't know shit, and they don't pay attention. I have to make them listen somehow. You are so interesting. May I ask, is there a reason you're so quick to anger? Because people are quicker to be stupid. Immature children like you are the reason actual change doesn't happen and we're falling into fascism. Excuse me? Teenagers could fucking fix the world if you gave them a chance. If kids could vote, Kamala would be in Yonic office right now. If kids could vote, there'd be no war, imbecile. Why are you blaming me for fascism? I am literally a girl in Wisconsin. But do you welcome trans men into your life with love, or are you a fake feminist? Like all men, they will serve in the draft. Cheesecake Factory, garbage dumps, etc. If you ever so much as think about kissing boys, I am mailing you a contraceptive explosive. Stop smoking and dating men! I don't date men, but smoking them? I could never give that up. They taste so much better smoked. Hey Bethany, I just wanted to let you know that I support you. If an extremist like Trump can become president, then why can't an extreme misinterest become the dark overlord of our ovaries? Don't you dare compare me to a man. Fuck off. This ask doesn't pass the Bechdel test. I was questioning whether or not I was a man for the longest time, but reading your blog showed me the error of my ways. I thank you for showing me how wonderful being a woman is, but the thought of transitioning into a man won't go away, and I feel so dirty and naughty for thinking this. I think I need a strong woman to spank me to correct my behavior or something. Braving your transition, even if it means working at the Cheesecake Factory, makes you much more of a hero in my eyes than being a coward and not transitioning, even if you're FTM. Tumblr, in its hubris, has elected to show me TERF posts, because I tag my shit with feminism sometimes. TERFs fuck off. You scum-sucking maggots should be draping my fucking molars in a cannibalistic sacrifice to Moloch. Consider blowing up and exploding. You are a disgrace to every woman who has had to fight for her womanhood. Every trans woman I know is more of a woman than you'll ever be. I consider you to be cockroaches. Just trying to be nice, would like to inform you that your DNI list makes very clear you're very young. Also, relax, child. I'm not your parent, nor do I want to be, but spewing out directionless anger only tires you out unnecessarily. Breathe, and recall that not everything is a crisis, and most crises are better approached calmly when possible. I'm sorry you're having issues with your dad. Hope that situation works out for you. And remember that what you put on the internet stays public forever. Bye, kid. How about you do something that advances women's rights, asshole, fake feminist, naysayer? You will go to the gulag. You're young, so I'm gonna try and treat you with some patience. Please consider being a bit gentler and kinder to yourself and others. From reading your DNI, you have some pretty intense ideas, some of which I agree with, some of which I don't. You also have a lot of anger. This is a blog, it shouldn't be stressful. This is my fucking manifesto, dipshit! The Earth's water cycle is very similar to a human menstrual cycle. I imagine the shifting tectonic plates, i.e. earthquakes, is a symptom of Mother Earth's period cramps. Stop pretending American cheese is real cheese. It's too jiggly, it smells like feet, and it tastes like gelatin made by the devil. If you eat this, you're going in the gulag, unless you're a woman, in which case I am giving you a block of smoked Gouda and telling you to woman the fuck up and eat it! I'm a lesbian, but can I feed the gulag men sometimes? They look sad and probably need soup. Yes, there will be petting zoos. If any sort of government involves taking away human rights, it's called a dictatorship. This would be a flower-tatorship. We are leaving the dick out of it. Unless it's a woman's, which is acceptable. As a 5'3" man, how can I best serve the cause? Willing to put my body on the line to bring your dictatorship to reality. Keep on girl bossing, queen. That basically makes you a rat, so I think I would have you patrol the labyrinthine hallways of my castle. Will trans men get free testosterone in the gulag? Yes, obviously, I'm not a barbarian. How will we stop the women from fucking each other in the Feminarchy? I don't see a problem with that. I just value my own chastity, to be honest. My lack of an opening is a point of pride, and I dare not allow any such phallus to break its seal. Unless it was Tay-Tay's. Who are you and where did you come from? Read my fucking blog. I'm from Wisconsin, fuckstick. Your opinions have no basis in real politic. Pragmatically, men's labor camps will never exist, and neither will female ethno-states. Go read up on the basic principles of civilization. Try John Locke or Mao. Try Taylor and abstinence, freak. Taylor isn't gay though, and has in fact denounced Gaylor freaks like you. I denounce your right to oxygen. Fuckstick. Of course you'd be a Gaylor. You're so far removed from reality, you may as well be 6 feet underground. The last thing this website needs is another delusional cis woman. Delete your account. Misogynist scum! You're going to the gulag. Come off and on and fight me. You're gonna get stoned to death and not in the fun way. Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge? Dumb little sniveling rat. Come throw a rock at my head. Come throw a rock at my head and see what fucking happens. Hit me with a rock. I might even do it myself if you don't show up. You need to take a chill pill and maybe touch some grass. I'll do you one better. I'll fucking smoke some grass. Only way to even fucking cope with living in this fucking house. This reminds me of my hymen. So pure, no hole, no opening, a perfect virgin, and yet I must open it. I must take its artificial, uncodified pseudo-virginity to appease my own desire for pain relief. This is painful, but so precious. A moment of innocence lost. In the hypothetical, the immaterial, without any real-world consequences. It is a deflowering in theory, rather than in practice. And yet I find it so delightful, so captivating, so demure, so brat. Bethany, baby girl, I don't think you know what a hymen is. Is your vagina sealed for our protection? Yes. For what births from my rotted womb would end the world in a day. Bad news. Bethany, does your school have a sex ed class/unit in health class? I live in rural Wisconsin. What the fuck do you think? I had to teach myself this wealth of knowledge. Do you have BPD? Bethany's perfect dream? Absolutely. Bethany, I want you so bad. No, you don't. No one wants or loves me in any way. Bethany, why did you say that no one should love you? What's that about? I was born to be a weapon against the terrors of masculine evil. I serve no purpose other than this. Is true love not inherently and deeply defiant of the patriarchy? Is being seen in love not a profound act of rebellion? Is allowing yourself to exist in nuance instead of being simply reduced to a blunt weapon not profound rebellion? Do you let the patriarchy take love from you, Bethany? I was not raised with it, and I do not need it. We, your fans, love you, Bethany. Love the Feminarchy. I will die as its martyr. Don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't perceive my thoughts upon yours. I am nothing, and I am blood, and I will hurt you and myself. You don't know what I'm thinking. Stupid, stupid, stupid. You think you can tell me to do these things, to talk, to speak my mind, because you think it'll help me become better? What is better? Better doesn't exist. Better is the asylum and the closet and the locks and the straitjacket. Better is a lie. I don't need to get better, I need to get worse. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Don't talk to me, don't look at me, don't. I'm not your daughter. I'm not anything. Bury me in pieces, so that I may not rise to take you in turn. Don't let me live. You know it will lead to so much worse. Bethany, I think you mayhaps need to go to a doctor. for no particular reason. You're wrong just like my parents, and I'll kill you, like I will kill them eventually, as I am prophesied to do. All I live for is hate. Alright gang, I don't have much time left to decide this. How to deal with this. Seppuku. Running away. Resisting arrest, potentially dying to cops. Go to the psych ward. Don't let them take you alive, Bethany Rage. Fight until the end. Whatever you do, do not do seppuku. Bethany Rage, you are too based and awesome to lose. Sneak your phone into the psych ward, girly pop. I ran away. They won't find me. Police almost found me, hiding in the trash at the park. I smell so bad. But stinking is feminine. Girls do fart and shit. This is good. This is the way. This is the method. I need to get emancipated. That way it'll be an arrest for vagrancy instead of being returned to my horrible parents. Ugh. I checked my brother D's Instagram, and apparently he's worried sick about his sister. I feel sick every time I think about the time I heard him fucking masturbating with his male penis. No shade on the female penis, obviously. And smoking weed at the same time. I hate stoners almost as much as I hate men. Stoner women just barely get a pass. Better dead than a gooner. Kellogg was onto something, although he approached it as a misogynist zealot rather than a feminist. In my fucking element. I'm eating like a raccoon. Nobody can even come close to stopping me. I'm fucking incredible. Fuck, I'm never going home. This life is so fucking fecal. I want to be basking in radiance, not bathing in trash. I need the Feminarchy. I need food and shelter. Fuck being homeless. But it beats having a home. I need to be martyred, but not in the Appleton Public Park. Why is it so hard to convince my following that dying in battle for the Feminarchy is a good idea? I am so fucking close to trying to find her myself. Dude, she's in the park in Appleton. I just ran into her. She looks like a crazed weasel. Fuck. I need to run. Fuck. Don't come after me, D. You don't know what you're fucking with. I'm unstoppable. Bethany Elise Hartnell, you stay right where you are. Prepare to meet my knife, you weird fucking man. I don't like it when people hug me and cry, as if they care about my safety or well-being. Sis has been located and is in the car with me now, thank fuck. She's not happy about it, but right now I just need her home. God is no longer watching me. I am free to do as I wish. I am confined to this room for my own safety. They will regret this. I have a lighter. I can see your posts, Beth. If you try burning down the house, Mom will put you in therapy. You want to talk in your Feminarchy terms? Let's do that. You would make a terrible leader of the Feminarchy. You can barely keep up with your homework, much less run a country. You only say that you believe in this shit because you're mad that people at school don't talk to you and you're failing your classes, and this is how you're coping. Get a fucking hobby instead of running from home and trying to burn our fucking house down. Beth, I love you, but you need to stop being so fucking delusional. School is a tool of the patriarchy to make women servile. My grades mean nothing. I am a warrior of the fucking Feminarchy. My education is in Hymen, and my sword is forged from the iron of 1,000 menstruations. You cannot fucking hope to win against me. Wait, is Bethany like a real person? Because I thought it was a joke blog, but you seem like a genuine person. Also, what's Wisconsin like? Beth is my sister, and Wisconsin is filled with far too much cheese, but otherwise fine. Bethany, I've killed 2 people so far for you, and I even asked their pronouns before I started stabbing. Inclusivity win. Keep up the good work. Please don't encourage your followers to commit murder. Whether they do so is up to them. Like the Muppet Joker, Bethany Rage starts out being kind of funny, kind of cringe, but then ultimately blindsides you by making you think about this character. Perhaps she is intended as a study of online anger, that it is ultimately sadness. The blog hosts an impressive amount of Bethany's own vitriol, but then there is the impressive amount of people, people seemingly genuinely sending her these like really condescending and insufferable messages about why she's wrong. Hymen Restoration Project is nothing if not a museum of the most tragic online discourse. Or perhaps Bethany is intended as a study of bad gender politics. She posts a lot of gender essentialist kind of stuff that sounds like a TERF would post it. She posts some really sexually repressive stuff. Women are inherently more moral, and sex with men is corruption, and the hymen is the divine femininity, etc. But then she also posts about fertility cheese and the male Gulag petting zoo. So, by taking those unfortunately real ideologies to a comic extreme, it drags them into the trash with her. It strips them of any power. I see how it could be cathartic to people who have been hurt by these ideas. I see how it could prepare others to encounter them in the wild for the first time and not be at risk of taking them seriously. I could sit here and come up with all kinds of reasons for Bethany's existence. I could do my literary analysis of HymenRestorationProject.tumblr.com, because have you ever expected anything more serious from this channel? No, and you shouldn't. I could, but as I said, I had the opportunity to ask the woman herself what was up with all of this. So without further ado, that.
Hi, I'm Ivy, aka Bethany Rage, democratically elected president of the Feminarchy. I will be the first trans woman on Earth to get a hymen just so I can break it.
Nice. Beyond democratically elected president of the Feminarchy, like, who is she, really?
She's sort of like if the Mean Girls were the underdog. She's like this rancid bitch. The first thing I came up with was like, what's the blog title that will piss the most people off as soon as they read it? And I'm like, making people virgins again based on an extremely reductive view of virginity. So I'm like, Hymen Restoration Project. That's perfect. Nobody would ever think of restoring a hymen. No sane person would ever want to do that.
But that is a thing though, right?
Yes! And then I'm like, okay, so like what type of person is Hymen Restoration Project? And I'm like, she's like a Swiftie, and she's like 16, and she's chronically online. Like, I have pro-shippers and anti-shippers in her DNI. I was trying to make like rage bait. Essentially, that's what Bethany started as, and then I realized, oh wait, I can tell a story about this like teenager with alcoholic parents who lives in the middle of nowhere and goes to a Christian private school. There's a lot of excuses that you could make that she's a product of her environment, but then you actually examine her and it's like, no, she has no excuse for acting like this whatsoever. This is entirely her choice. Yeah, Bethany does not have her own autonomy and her parents treat her terribly. It's also Bethany's choice to be an asshole because like her brother who lives in the same house as her does not do those things. She has, like, this bizarre worldview that could easily be described as a kink setting if anyone else was writing it. Like, men have to go to the special boy prison and we can come there and, like, berate them on purpose and they have to, like, serve us forever as, like, manservants. Like, that absolutely sounds like somebody's fetish. But she's, like, doing this, like, this is not a kink. You cannot call this a kink. Do not take this in any way as if I would enjoy this.
This is the ideal structure for society and nothing else.
Yeah, it's like, do not think I take any pleasure in this whatsoever. I don't enjoy anything. I'm chaste. I'm pure. It's like, kind of like when you're in the closet and you're, like, making excuses for yourself, but you know it's not really true. I was, grew up, like, in Christian homeschooling, so I've seen a lot of insane people. So she's sort of based on, like, how those people act a little bit. She's also based on some of my, like, shitty exes who, like, got all their politics from TikTok.
Oh my god.
It's also based on my experience a little bit, because, like, I left home after just, like, constant fighting with my parents and then just, like, fucked off, like, way far away. It's, like, 50% real life, 50% chronically online teenager.
Is it somewhat cathartic to, like, fictionalize those experiences?
I would say it is pretty cathartic to do that just because, like, I can satirize myself and the dumb shit that I did also.
I was skimming through the Feminarchy Discord server a little bit, and I noticed that you described people arguing with Bethany as playing chess with a pigeon. Why do you think that people persist in arguing with her? Because I think it's clear to most people that it's a bit.
There's still debate over whether she's real. That's one part of it. I think, like, because I used to be, like, really involved in left Twitter when I was, like, 17. So I have seen ridiculous things people have genuinely taken seriously. I feel like they just do it because they don't want to fucking actually read the post past, like, the first couple things. They don't want to do the research to see, like, is this a bit or not? They're just like, I will see this and uncritically get mad at it. And it's like, that's the exact person I'm making fun of, because that's the same thing Bethany does. Like, you can't outmatch her energy. Like, she will argue with you until, like, you have nothing left. That's what I mean by, like, playing chess with a pigeon. She's not even playing the same game as you. There are no rules to Bethany Rage, so engaging with her under, like, internet debate rules is never gonna lead anywhere.
I think that's what makes it so entertaining as a satire. It's because, like, it's so close to what certain people are actually like, but taken to a level of absurdity.
Yeah, I have practiced, you know, because I spent all my time on Twitter when I was 17, so I can just instantly respond to something in an incredibly negative way without even thinking about it.
Bethany is always on about, like, these very bioessentialist sounding concepts, like the divine hymen and having sex with men is corruption and all of these things. Like, these things that could unironically come out of a TERF's mouth or a really traditional Catholic person. Like, what do you think makes it interesting to parody that kind of gender essentialism?
Because it already makes no sense. So, like, why not just make it make even less sense by being accepting while still doing the gender essentialism? I just turn it into this mindfuck where you can't actually come out with the right answer. Men go to the Gulag and women go to the Feminarchy. And, like, you could be really shitty and bioessentialist about that. Like, oh yeah, define this by TERF logic or whatever, but she doesn't do that. She's very accepting, but she doesn't want to budge on throwing men in prison. I had this sort of, like, week or so where there were a lot of trans men specifically messaging me for, like, gender validation, like, please put me in the Gulag, I'm a man. It's probably obvious, like, now for people watching this, it's like, oh yeah, Bethany Rage is written by a trans woman, that makes perfect sense based on, like, how she thinks about stuff. It's like, yeah, Maybe. I wouldn't trust a cis person to do it.
You definitely have to be careful with that sort of rhetoric, and I think the effect of the blog as you've written it is to just, like, drag that sort of stuff down into the dirt.
It's like a way of letting people know they're wasting their time arguing about things that do not matter. Oh, it's straw man for my arguments. I must argue with her. And then they just get told that you're going to the fucking gulag, you weird naysayer. I joined Tumblr in like 2022. I'm not aware of a lot of the things that have happened, but for some reason I'm just capturing the energy and doing it well. So I was like a Twitter refugee.
Tumblr was really like that in like 2014, 2015, and then like 2016, 2017, most of it started migrating to Twitter.
I got comments on my like big pinned DNI post that were like, I can't believe 2014 Tumblr is coming back. And I'm like, huh, did I do something right by accident?
That kind of Twitter culture that has informed the way you write, Bethany, originated on Tumblr, I think. Yeah. My other question was, is it somewhat cathartic to be that mean to people on the internet?
Yes!
It seems fun.
People will have DM'd me on Tumblr. I just write them, like, multiple paragraphs of just, like, insults and threats, and they eat it up like candy.
Post your guys and I will rate them. Killing this phallus with rocks and hammers. Getting my first paycheck soon. Cummies, ooh woo. This post disgusted me so bad I almost threw up. Why are you like this, filthy amphibian? You're going to the super gulag.
How Bethany Rage started because this is my dark shame, my dark secret. It's not a shame. I'm friends with the Muppet Joker. We know each other. People have interacted with Kermit, like, treating him seriously, and I thought, like, I want to capture that magic.
I think from reading through all of it, like, it is clear that the Muppet Joker was an inspiration in many ways. The religious themes are a thing across the board. Even some of, like, the running away and eating garbage plot lines, like... So in what ways, specifically, was the Muppet Joker kind of an inspiration?
Just based on, like, how he captures the bit of just committing to a character so fucking hard. And, like, the way that he phrases stuff is very interesting, and I feel like I kind of, It was an inspiration. Like, the way that he phrases concepts in his just bizarre, eloquent way. It
drives me insane.
I enjoy that a lot.
Your comfort character is holding you back emotionally. No need for this escapism. Instead, I encourage you to have a real-life nemesis. No more reading AO3 after a bad day. Start posting pictures of your nemesis on your wall so that your fervent bloodlust and righteous ardor prevent your emotional state from worsening. Anger is probably the best natural motivator that doesn't start with SSRI or Adderall. My grades improved after I put up hundreds of photos of Keith from my English class around my room. To the untrained eye, it would appear as though I violated my principles and developed a crush on a perverse male societal caste. But if you know me, you know how deep my hatred runs in me, how vicious and horrible my bloodlust can be. You know how I feel about Keith, and how every second I lay eyes upon his wretched scabby face drives me further and further into perfect hatred. Update, he killed himself. Why the fuck did they invite me to the wake? I don't give a fuck if all of his classmates are invited to the fucking funeral. I have shit I need to get done. I don't like that mom is making me go. Almost at the funeral, I decided to wear a regular blue dress with black hair ribbons and accents because I'm not emo. I hate making public appearances. Keith is alive! They fucking threw eggs at me when I walked in the door. It was a fucking prank, my dress is ruined, and I'm covered in eggs. I can't fucking believe this. I knew people at school didn't like me, but this is just fucking absurd. I'm standing here covered in eggs, out in the cold. I can hear them laughing inside. I'm outside. There's a towel in my car you can clean yourself up with. Thank you. My life kind of sucks, as you can see. Stay in the car, okay? I'll be back in a minute. I think he might have broken Keith's nose. Victory for the Feminarchy. Can I get some hell yeahs for my brother, the only person who gives a shit that I exist? So is D getting sent to the gulag or is he an exception? I don't know. It's a hard choice to make. I know this probably means nothing to you because I'm a guy, but Keith is a dick and you don't deserve that. I hope he has to go somewhere far away where he can't do something like that again, like Canada or hell. You'll get a couple of extra bath bombs for your gulag dorm. If there's anyone out there who is considering or has recently become a woman, I will give you a name for your official christening into the Feminarchy. I was born a woman, but I am changing my last name to distance myself from my father. Could you please grant me a new one? Manslaughter. I saw you give someone else a new last name, and I wanted a new middle name and last name as well. Melody Everhart. I'm a man right now, but could you give me a name to have on standby for if I come to my senses? Ruth. I'm assigned female at birth, but have a man's name. Please rename me. Celeste. The one you gave fucking sucked. I want a better one. Roylet. Thinking about applying for a seasonal job over Christmas break. Need some cash for my prospects. There's an accounting firm offering job training for students. I may be able to girl boss this winter. The prodigal child. Tumblr. I've come to rid this place of what sin it has. Disturbing degeneracy is common. I see individuals on this site engaging in quote-unquote fandom sickening. I'm a stoic. What does that mean? It means I like to make money. I don't play games, I don't watch movies, TV shows, or do drugs. I am a man of God. Like I said earlier, God doesn't play games. 4 hours of sleep last night, hypnagogic visions of a people's stock market, a place where everyone is their own millionaire, outer heaven. God gave us both. Join me on the battle. Field. Wealth, cannabis, value, life, consciousness, God, sex, utopia. The guy in the next cubicle over is so fucking weird. He smells like weed and doo-doo scat. I keep hearing him make these weird guttural sounds like he's sitting on gravel. Hemorrhoids? I don't know. Other than that, the job training is going great. I'm so good at math. Heretics instructing me to monitor spending, but I have a responsibility as a Christian man, and that is to become the first day trading billionaire. As I was crushing up my pyrocetum tablets to put in my kratom potion this morning, I remembered just how warm and beautiful God's love truly is. My employer has no idea I'm day trading right now, and I thank our Father so much for protection from my boss. All I want to say, folks, is fuck 'em. Day trade and sip on that disgusting green drank. Gnosis, Tradcath, Catholicism, nootropic, kratom, motivation, mindset, accounting, day trading, financial freedom, stock market. Trevor? What is this? What the fuck are you doing over? What the fuck? What is this? Got caught up with the printer, so I'm just waiting. Yeah, Bethany in the office, she just hating. Got 10 green cups all on my desk, all greened out. Budgeting ain't a test. Yeah, I'm trad and I got my green lean. Stop talking about me, ignorant goon! How do you feel about fatherhood? I think it's the responsibility of every man to become a father. I got kratom in my blood. I got pyrocetum in my blood. I got THC in my blood. I got CAS 1890208-58-8 in my blood. Let me tell you, the sperm clinic better fucking appreciate that my biohacked jism will make Jimmy Neutron boy geniuses. Why is this my adult job that I get paid to do? What am I fucking doing with? It's 10 p.m. I'm convinced Trevor invented CBD-infused butt plugs specifically to torture me with the knowledge. 80 megabytes of THC up my ass. I'm uploading Christ. What the fuck is up with Trevor? I don't fucking know what his deal is. He's in the cubicle across from mine. He keeps fucking reaching for his ass crack and pulling a small zipper. I don't want to know what he's doing, but it looks like he's chewing tobacco with his asshole. It's called Swedish snus, girly, and it's one of God's incredible gifts to us. Rectal use equals perfect use. No kink at Pride? Fuck that, leave it to the gays. Try no kink at work, looking at you, Trevor. It's not kink, little girl. It's for productivity, something you wouldn't understand. I know you're jealous, but don't shame me for hacking into the Matrix. You dress like a masturbator. A huge fan, but madam, why don't you embrace traditional Catholic Christianity? Sincerely, the Secret Man. Fuck off, Trevor. You're not Trevor and the brother. So, who?
Trevor is my friend Parker, who has never used Tumblr before. He's just really fucking good at posting.
Trevor does have the vibe of someone who has never quite posted on Tumblr before.
But he's like a natural.
But it works. It works.
D is another friend of mine. It's a bit collaborative. Bethany's story is mostly directed by me. Trevor just kind of posts whatever, but I liked the whole, like, Bethany gets a job through her high school, and the coworker next to her is like smoking cigarettes through his nose in his cubicle, like putting kratom up his ass.
I had to Google what kratom was.
It's like the world's shittiest opiate. It's like really addictive and it tastes like grass clippings. There's no reason anyone should buy it, but they do.
Tumblr is a really interesting medium through which to experience like these stories and characters, and sometimes it's kind of been done by accident, just like because real people are living their lives in an insane way, i.e. HIV living. And then there was Rabid Loving, which was satire, but the writer wasn't like planning it or like entirely sure of the potentials of the medium. It was like also an accident in a lot of ways. Whereas Bethany Rage, Hymen Restoration Project, The Muppet Joker, these blogs feel so intentional and so aware of the medium that they're working within. And I guess I just want to hear, like, from your perspective, what is it like using Tumblr as a medium that way?
I've really wanted to write, like, a novel or, like sci-fi stories or whatever. It's just, like, I can never, like, get past the first page. I just lose interest. But, like, with Tumblr, it's like people are adding to the story. It's sort of like kind of how Homestuck was back in the day, where the audience was, like, guiding the story in the beginning. It's sort of like that. And like the timestamps and also like the spontaneous nature of Tumblr, it lets you sort of capture like what would be happening in the moment. Like, would Bethany be up at 2 a.m. drinking and like stream of consciousness posting about how she misses her oldest brother? Like, you can do that. And it's believable. It's like, it adds this like sort of personalness to the story where you can see it happening live. And I think that's like what I'm sort of good at. Like, I like telling stories like out loud. So I think it's just sort of like an extension of that for me. It's like sort of like oral storytelling through text.
Young Bethany, you should quit hard drugs like Adderall. My hero, RFK Jr., will help you quit. He's setting up workers' camps for people like you. Now that I think about it, you and him have a lot in common. Investigate plant medicine. It's just plants, bro. It's just plants, bro. Shove them up your ass, bro. Sincerely, the secret man. Trevor, you're going to the fucking gulag. I'm gonna make you suffer at work tomorrow. Little woman, do remember that I am a follower of His Holiness. Bitcoin is Christ. Really going mask off, Bethany. You're an agent of the Antichrist. Do you really think you can win this battle? I have consumed all of his healing plants. I have enough whipped cream charges to last me another decade. I have more power, more vigor, more rage than ever before. Besides, what do you even do around here anyway? I've never seen you day trade once. I've never seen you gamble your inheritance on shit coins once. I'm a fucking genius. Like something different. Kratom is God's RFID chip, and it's going straight up my ass. And you're nothing. Something's wrong. I shit my pants today. Not sure if it was an agent of Satan or some newfound medical condition. Usually I'm always constipated 100% of the time. Constipation from kratom helps keep me focused when I'm on the clock. So this is really serious business here. I hope this is not Satan's trickery. She does tend to spin around my head. Chant down Babylon. Chant down Bethany. Gotta remember to keep my voice lower in the office though. I've laced Trevor's lunch with laxatives. He won't know what hit him. Hey, demon, check every drawer of your desk. I left you 600 used whipped cream chargers and an opossum with rabies. Why are you like this? I tossed the possum out the window. Hope he ain't playing dead. Foiled again. A depressing defeat, but make no mistake, I am not the kind of person who gives up easily. Side note, the pavement is so red, like really, really red. Management is asking questions. Always remember, folks, do you have a warrant? And your boss can't do shit? Ha! Need some more NO2 after that one. We ballin' day trading, NO2 nitrous oxide, opossum chunks all over my car. At McDonald's, why is there blood all over your car? Heh, yeah, cloudy with a chance at meatballs. I'll let the rain take care of it. I'm calling the police. For what crime? What did you do to that poor animal? It wasn't me. It was a teenage misandrist. Start my car and drive away fast from the liberals. Badass. I do not know if I will be able to post, because I might be getting raptured. I got a vision from God, and she told me I have a place there in her court. Glutton. Gooners, losers, usurpers, traitors, tricksters, ogres, naysayers. This world sucks. I do weed to cope, but it's not even a good solution. Life as a teenage girl fucking sucks. Literally, what do I even get up every day for at this point? School sucks, work sucks, life sucks. The only solace I can even take now is either substances or bitch posting. What the fuck is the point to life if all I do is get up and work and then go home and have so much weed I pass out? I thought that doing work instead of school would be better, but nope, I still get bullied no matter where I go, Keith or Trevor. This world needs the Feminarchy. I can't take it anymore. There's only so much weed a girl can have before she needs to take action. B, come on, let's take a break and let's get ice cream. I fucking hope they bury me somewhere with no fucking noise. All they do is scream and yell and shout angry yell at each other all the time. And then they fucking wonder why I hide in my fucking room all the fucking time and don't come out. I wish I was dead. Cobra's wise words. Hello, Bethany. I understand you're going through the troubles. Do not fret, for this hour will pass. What I do is inhale as I shove the tobacco into the ass. Life, it is a hard thing. My penis hasn't been hard in 4 years. Sorry, I shouldn't have shared that. What the fuck was I trying to say? Yes, I pray for you, Bethany. Feel better soon. Thanks, Trevor. I am sunrise. I am death. I am the dawning of pain. I am what worms are afraid of. I am a snake. I am the winged cobra. My claws rake a cloche fresh to create beauty. I am made of fire. I can't find a comfortable resting spot for my hand. I punched my computer screen. I made McDonald's my bitch. I fucking ruled the world. I'm gonna rule the world again. I'm untouchable. I'm bisexual. I'm a lesbian. I'm a virgin. I'm God. I'm the devil. I'm a rock star. I'm Bethany. B, are you doing drugs again? Trevor, let me hit the DMT pen. Bethany, Trevor is a gross tobacco boofing man. I'm not gonna lecture you about drugs. I understand it's your way of coping. But Trevor, seriously? Think about the Feminarchy! You need to stop talking to Trevor. He's never done anything nearly as bad as our parents, T. Ugh, don't fucking tell me what to do. Just because he isn't our dad doesn't make him a good person. He listens when I vent. So would a therapist. Okay, well, I think we've covered pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about regarding our lovely lady Bethany.
If I say I want to throw the CEO of Tumblr in the Gulag, is he gonna ban my account? He is a very comically low tolerance for people making fun of him, especially trans people.
Matt absolutely deserves to go to the Gulag. You may not be able to say it on Tumblr, but you can say it on YouTube. Thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I love talking about it.
I do have this tendency to view these things as almost like forces of nature, just like these mystery characters. It's like fun to be like, oh, there's like a human who is really interesting, like behind this character who is also interesting, and yeah. So it's been fun. And that sadly brings us to the end of this video, my friends. I will see you again very soon.